Welcome to Life, Finance, and Real Estate, where we discuss how to make smart money moves, the ever changing real estate market, and of course, things going on in life. And here to talk about it more with you is your host, Kirby the Realtor.
Straight down, came up. God made a way. Straight down, came up. God made a way. Straight down, came up. God made a way. Let me tell you about it. You can sit and wait around. You can make it happen. I've been walking in the spirit. Ain't no way around it. And it's up. Yeah. And it's up. Yeah. Pedal to the metal, headed to the top. Swerving around the block, this be getting hot. It's so hot. The holy got a purpose, I can't ever stop. I got Lamborghini mercy on me. I'm outside with the cool. Look at that, deja vu. Not with the trap, but I'm still on the move. Holy got the Holy Ghost, I'm jumping through the roof. I was down, but I stayed down, came up. God made a way. Stayed down, came up. God made a way. Stayed down, came up. God made a way. Let me tell you about it. You can sit and wait around, or you can make it happen. I've been walking in the spirit. Ain't no way around it. Running in the spirit. And it's up.
Hey family, welcome back to Life, Finance, and Real Estate with the girl, Kirby, the Realtor. Yep, that's me. Listen, on this show, we have honest conversations and we remain honest with ourselves. I don't just talk about real estate. I teach you how to become the person who can sustain it. So listen, last week, y'all, we had a real conversation. We talked about life transitions and being prepared when the season changes and how important it is to be financially prepared when those things happen and when seasons change. We talked about how life doesn't always give you a warning. Things don't always happen on our timelines. And if we're not careful, we will find ourselves reacting instead of making sure that we are prepared. And if you really think about it, a lot of times you're stressed or people become stressed in life is not because life changed. It's because they weren't ready when life changed. Does that make sense? It's not because life changed. It's because you weren't ready when it did. Now, that's where today comes in it, because one of the biggest areas where life transition shows up is real estate. Real estate is where you live. Real estate is how you live. Real estate is what you can afford when life shifts. Now, let me go ahead and say this the way I need to say it, the Kirby way. Life be life. Life be life, y'all. And let me tell you something. Life is not going to send you a warning text. It's not going to text you and say, hey, I'm about to change some things. It doesn't ask you if you're ready for change. It doesn't say, hey, next week I'm about to shake your life up. It doesn't. It just happens. And when it happens, let me ask you something. What do you do if life hit you with a transition today? I'm talking about if an illness hit you, if your job changed, if somebody passed away and you had to make a move, if you had to relationship changes, if your income changes, what would you do? Would you be ready or would you be stressed out? Now be real with yourself. Be real. Because a lot of times we're not struggling because life actually changed. We're struggling because we were not prepared for it when it changed. And that leads me to the real question. Not can I handle this emotionally, but am I positioned financially to move when life shifts, when life changes? Am I ready financially? What does that look like if you broke your leg? What does it look like? Let me make this real. Nobody wakes up and says, I think I'll just move for fun today. Nobody wakes up and start packing their furniture, putting their dishes, their clothes, and you getting a U-Haul and says, I think I'm gonna move today for fun. Nope. Something had to trigger that move. Let me paint a picture for you. You get a new job in another city. Your family grows. You're expecting a new baby. Your relationship status changes. Life just shifts. You lose your job. Those are some things, like, just picture it. You break your leg. But here's the question I have for you. When that moment comes, are you making a decision, or are you just going to react to it? See, the difference between moving because you planned it and moving because life forced it. There's a difference. There is a difference. There's a difference between moving because you planned it. Like, you planned, you talked it out, you looked at it, you assessed your finances, you looked at everything, you looked at your savings, you planned it. So there's a difference between planning to move versus being forced to move. They're forced movers, not strategic movers. There's a lot of people that are forced movers, but you're not strategic. And, don't get me wrong. Sometimes we are forced to do things because life does change, right? And you are forced to move. Your home could burn, or, your home could flood. But we're just talking general here. Forced movers, not strategic movers. Like, for example, people waiting till 30 days before they know they have to be out an apartment or rent a home. And now you're trying to find you a home to buy. So now you don't have a strategic mover. You now have somebody that feels a lot of pressure. Let's talk money, y'all. Let's talk money. Let's talk money, because this one kind of hits home a little bit. Um, a lot of times when transition happens, people don't have money saved, or they're just not prepared. They're not prepared. You don't have the proper, like, coverage. And you heard me say broke your leg earlier and stuff like that. So I had a conversation with a mentor, and one time, we kind of going over the finances, and it was like, well, I don't hear anything about life insurance or disability insurance. Guess what I said? I can't afford it. I can't afford it. And they said, well, you can't afford not to have it, right? And let me give you some examples. So let's say, for instance, I am self-employed. So if you're self-employed on here, or if you have a spouse that's self-employed, and you were to break your leg, or something happens to you to where you can't function in your line of work, is it insured? Do you have disability insurance? Like, are you covered? So I was saying that I could not afford to do it, when the actuality was I could not afford not to. See, we can't talk real estate without talking money, y'all. Period. You cannot talk about real estate without talking money. Let me ask you this. If you had to move in 60 days, if someone said you got 60 days to move, could you move? Could you? Not asking would you, I'm asking could you, like, not emotionally, not like mentally, financially, could you move? Could you afford to move? Let me break it down for you. Do you know your credit score right now? Do you know how much debt you have? Do you know what you actually qualify for? Do you know what's coming in and going out? Or are you just guessing? Like, are you just playing it by ear? But do you know these things? So are you ready financially? So a lot of people come and say, I'm ready to buy a house. And then when we sit down and have a conversation, like, oh, I'm not ready yet. No, maybe not yet. I've opened your eyes to some things. So let's get some things in order first. And it's okay. Some people don't want to hear the not right now, maybe later. Or later. They just don't want to hear the or later. They want to hear all the things that make them feel good. People, we got to get away from that, because everything's not going to make you feel good. Things are going to frustrate you, upset you, make you wonder, like, what in the world is going on? But it will help prepare you. Stop guessing. Stop guessing about your situation financially. Like, stop guessing about, oh, I think I can do it. I might can afford that. You need to know. Some of y'all are just one life situation away from realizing you were never prepared. And it's not to judge you, it's just the truth. We've all been there. One thing can happen, can turn your entire life around if you are not prepared. Because most people say, I'll deal with it when it happens. When it happens, listen, not when it happens. It's too late to prepare when it happens. That turns into you actually reacting versus being prepared. Let me give y'all a story real quick. You got two people, the same situation. They both have to move unexpectedly. So, person A knows their credit score. They know they have savings. They've talked with the lender before. Guess what they get to do? They get to move with options because they know where they are financially. They know where they are, their credit score. They know what to expect. They know the steps that need to be taken, right? Person B, well, person B avoided checking their credit because they were like, oh, I don't want to see it. They ain't saved because they wanted to eat out and go on lavish vacations. And they never talked to anyone. The reason they did, or they probably ashamed or they just didn't do it. So person A gets to move with options, right? Because they have options. They're prepared. Option B moves under pressure because they're stressed out. And they have to move with stress now because they are not prepared. Person A has options because what? They know their credit, they have some savings, they've talked to people before. Person B avoided everything completely. So guess what? Now they're stressed out. Same life transition, but a different experience. Life did not treat that person B differently than it treated person A. Both lost their job. What was the difference? Preparation. I need that to sit for just a second. Preparation was the difference. Let me call something out real quick. And I don't want you to get offended. I just need you to hear me. The biggest mistake people make is this. They wait until they're ready. They wait until they're ready. Let me tell you something. You're never going to be ready. Never. You're never going to be ready. You don't feel ready to buy a house. You don't feel ready to start a business. You don't feel ready to make a big move. Ready is not a feeling. I think we all get that confused. Ready is not a feeling. It's a decision. If you're married, you had to make a choice to marry your person, right? Feelings can change. Feelings can go away. Ready is not a feeling. It's a decision. And some of y'all been saying, right now, listen to me, next year. I'm going to do it next year. I'm going to check my credit next year. I'm going to start saving next year. I'm going to get my money right. When things settle down, when the market do this, when the rates go down, when the prices go down, guess what? The rates not going to really go down. They fluctuate. Prices of homes not going to go down. Next year may never get here. Next year going to get here sometimes. And then the next year, then the next thing you know, it's 10 years. Stop saying next year. Do it now. Let me ask you this. When does life fully ever settle down? For all my people listening right now, especially entrepreneurs and people with dual careers, when does your life ever fully slow down? I need you to think about that. When does it slow down? For me, I can tell you, it hadn't slowed, and I don't see it slowing, but I'm working on it. I'm working on my freedom number, as we would say. I'm working on that freedom number. What's your freedom number? What do you need to do right now? I need you to write down what you need to do right now. And then I need you to fix it because I don't just want you thinking it. I want you to move different after this call today. I want you to write it down. Write down the steps. Write down the steps. Check your credit. That's step one. Check your credit this week. You have Credit Karma, which don't use it to check your score. You can check your credit history because not all the time is Credit Karma accurate. Things like Privacy Guard and My FICO, those are more accurate credit programs. that you can use, and they may cost a a minor fee, $20, which is you eating out basically one time, so that you can check your scores and your credit. Don't wait till next month. Don't wait till next month. I need you to do it this week. Then, step 2, have a conversation. Meet with your realtor. Meet with your realtor. Let he or she tell you and give you recommendations on a lender, because again, they know who works. They know lenders. They know they have relationships. Okay. I need you to say this: you do not have conversations because you're ready. You have them so you can get ready. So don't be afraid to go have that conversation and be transparent about your situation, because when you withhold things and you don't tell the whole story, it's hard for people to help you. So stop withholding. If you file bankruptcy, say, hey, I filed bankruptcy. It falls off in 2 years. If you missed a car payment, hey, I missed a car payment. If you missed 5 mortgage notes, hey, I missed a note. And give an explanation as to why. Hey, I co-signed for someone. Step 3, build a little flexibility, even if it's small. Save something. I told you guys at the beginning of the show, I don't care if it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Start with your small habits. Save something. Pay a bill down. Learn something. Small preparations today prevents big stress tomorrow. Stop thinking, can I buy right now? And start thinking, what do I need to do to be ready when life shifts? I like that. What do I need to do to be ready when life shifts? How do I prepare? Earlier I said freedom number. What does that look like? What does it look like to have a freedom number? And I asked one of my mentors, I said, what does it look like when you say freedom numbers? What exactly does that look like? And they said, I can do whatever I want. And if I can put that in context for you, it's like I can do what I want. If I want to not go into work today, I don't have to. If I want to go catch a plane and do a weekend round trip to Vegas, I can. Without having to think if it's going to break the bank or if you're going to be able to pay your bills next month. That's what freedom looks like. So the question is, are you free? Are you financially free? Do you know what your freedom number is? Listen, today was short and sweet as I call it. But let me leave you with this. Life is going to shift. It's not an optional thing. But being prepared, that's optional. You have an option. You have a choice to be prepared. You can be all over the place. You can choose to not prepare. But life is going to shift whether you like it or not. Things are going to change whether you like it or not. But I need you to be prepared. Some of you, right now, you feel a shift is coming and you just haven't said it out loud yet. But I don't want you to wait until life forces you to move. Position yourself so that you can move with power. You can move without having to second guess. Position yourself. Preparation, y'all. Preparation is important. I don't just talk about real estate. I teach you how to become the person that can sustain it. Listen, y'all, it's been real. This is your girl, Kirby. I appreciate all of you tuning in. I will see you soon. Bye for now.
Thank you for tuning in to Life, Finance, and Real Estate with Kirby the Realtor. You can catch us every Thursday at 12 p.m. on 92.1 WJMG, 93.1 WGDQ, and also you can listen live at 921WJMG.com or 931WGDQ.com. If you happen to miss the live recording, don't fret, we'll replay it at 6 p.m. tonight. Thank you once again for listening to Life, Finance, and Real Estate.
Straight down, came up. God made a way. Straight down, came up. God made a way. Stay down, came up. God made a way. Let me tell you about it, you can sit and wait around, you can make it happen. I've been walking in the spirit, ain't no way around it. And it's up, yeah. And it's up, yeah. Pedal to the metal, headed to the top. Swerving around the block, this be getting hot. It's so hot. The holy got a purpose, I can't ever stop. I got Lamborghini Mercy on me, I'm outside with the crew. Look at that, deja vu. Not with the trap, but I'm still